Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we are looking at one of my favorite players in NFL history. If you're not familiar with this game, cut on some highlights. Maurice Jones-Drew, the human bowling ball. Honestly, if they built him based off his time with the Raiders, he should be like 240. That man he's literally a human bowling ball. 5'7", 210, 84 strength. Should have a good mix of agility as well as power in his game. But as you guys can see, 95 speed, 92 acceleration is a great on the card. I won't lie, but yeah, 95 juke move with a 94 trucking and a 91 stiff arm, 91 carrying, with a 96 break tackle with good hands and good enough route running where he can definitely catch passes out of the backfield. This card is actually unique in a way. Is he as good as Barry Sanders? Is he as good as Mike Vick? Is he as good as Peyton Hillis? Is he as good as Derrick Henry? No, I don't think he is. I think he has a chance to be maybe better than Chris Johnson. I think he maybe has that chance to be. But he does get 1 AP tank. And when I saw this, I was a little bit scared. But it is 1 AP evasive, which is actually, you know, it's better than 1 AP jukebox because you can also spin if you do spin, as well as 1 AP RB apprentice. Would have loved to have seen this one for free. This would have made this card probably a lot more sought after. But again, it's not like he's an elite pass catcher. I don't think he really deserves that. But first, I believe this is actually the first 1 AP evasive in the game, which is pretty cool, of course, for Team Chem's Raiders and Jacksonville Jaguars. But I don't think this card has a chance to be better than the X Factor running backs, but I do think he has a chance to be better probably than, you know, Pacheco, Cook, and maybe even Chris Johnson. We're going to find out here in today's video. So, yeah, let's just get started. All right, here we go. We got game number 1. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm not really pumping out content. I feel like I'm not putting as much in. Yes, I am, you know, into the channel right now. I am, you know, recovering from surgery on my torn ACL. So obviously it wasn't that bad at the beginning, but, you know, I just can't like get in and out of bed by myself and things like that. And you know, obviously now so what they do is they give you these nerve blockers, and you literally cannot feel or move your leg when you have a nerve blocker in you. But they're starting to go away now. So now I feel every bit of that pain. Maurice Jones-Drew. Okay, there we go. I always wish in this game they made his legs a little bit beefier because this man had ass on the field. And that is, wait, hold up. That is not Maurice Jones-Drew. Wait a second. That is not Maurice Jones-Drew. Y'all are going to see what I mean if you didn't see it already. But yeah, either way, yeah. So, you know, it's just, it's not great. And it doesn't really hurt when I lay in bed, but when I'm sitting in the chair, yeah, it hurts. It definitely does hurt. But, you know, I'm starting to gain feeling back. I still can't bend my leg or anything like that, but, you know, it's going to be a long road, I would imagine. The juke. Yeah. And see, the problem is, I didn't put abilities on him. Hold up. Let me try to leave this game and put abilities on him, or should we play one without him? Let's do this one drive without him. Let's just finish the drive. But bro, that is not Maurice Jones-Drew. On the left of your screen, that is not Maurice Jones-Drew. They just found another random black guy. Like, that's what they did. They just found, like, that might be a defensive tackle. They may have just found instead of Maurice Jones-Drew. I don't know. But I will say, okay, so the one issue I have with smaller running backs this year, I still kind of failed with Barry a little bit. But obviously Barry is first one free, so it's not as big of a deal. But you don't clear as much ground, as you guys can see. I mean, he's moving kind of well right now. You see Joe Tippmann. That touchdown was only possible because I have blitz Joe Tippmann. That touchdown does not happen with any other lineman in the game on your team, and that's why I love the blitz offensive lineman. You want to go back and watch that clip and see what I mean? That touchdown does not happen without Joe Tippmann. And I always love the comments on these running back gameplays like, oh, you run the same play. I mean, is the point of the gameplay not to get the man into open field? Like, if it didn't work, I get it. But you click on the video to watch Maurice Jones-Drew, and then when I get Maurice Jones-Drew in space to make him, allow him to make plays and show off his speed and things like that, people complain about it. So I don't get those kind of people. I don't get it. I don't see their vision. But, you know, the running back gameplays, I will run the same play because it works. If it doesn't work, I'll run a different play. You know what I mean? Like, the whole point I've always thought in a running back gameplay, whenever I record these videos, is just try to get him in open space, try getting the ball in his hands, try to put him in scenarios we can kind of test out the card. Because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to test out the card. That's the whole point of this channel, really, in the gameplays and things like that. But I'm actually gonna leave this game and go put abilities on MJD. That's the plan. And yeah, there is one thing I do want to talk about in today's video, and I am gonna be trying something a little bit different. If you guys have been wondering, you know, I haven't been streaming obviously and things like that. I mean, there's been a lot going on, but I've been working on some things behind the scenes. And if you guys do enjoy football cards or collecting football cards, this is for you. If not, then don't worry about this. But today I'll be going live on TikTok. We're gonna do some box breaks. If you know, you know. We're gonna do those over on TikTok today. So come through. It'll be around like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. But link for the TikTok should be in the description. If it's not, I'll put it in there. But yeah, I would appreciate to see some of you guys there. I wonder how it's gonna go at the end of the day. I don't know. It's the first time doing this, but you know, I like collecting cards and things like that. So I thought, why not kind of make streaming in that all in one? And I see people doing this all the time. It looks fun, so I want to give it a try. But yeah, link for the TikTok down in the description. If I forget to do it, the TikTok is just at RealFerdyTV. That is it. But yeah, that's kind of all I really wanted to talk about. All right, my opponent goes field goal first drive. Okay, that's fine. I'm just excited. I mean, you guys saw MJD kind of cutting up right there without the X factors, without the without the abilities. Yeah, I went back to Eagles. Panthers it just is too difficult. So back in Eagles, running the meta pretty much. Cut back, Maurice Jones-Drew. That's one thing I was kind of scared about with this card. Is he gonna be able to fall forward? But all right, no inside stuff either, so we can really get nasty into shit. All right, I'm gonna mic this linebacker because us getting to the second level, so it really makes us run great. Can we get to the second level? We really don't. I guess when it's not an inside zone, they don't really prioritize getting to the second level. All right, if we see zone on the left side, all goes right to Mike Vick. Mike Vick, if you're wondering, that is running back Mike Vick with the Yak 'em Up X Factor, making him an RPO demon, and it never turns off either. So it is pretty glitchy when you get this kind of combo going. And of course, we get a Mickey Mouse tackle animation, and we can't break the first tackle. Of course. See what happens. We get not the best block. We can cut up there one time with MJD. Not bad. I just feel like the power aspect of his game is like he has the power stats, but with his weight only being 210, I don't know if you're really gonna feel it. That's one thing I will tell you right now. And also, if you don't have an ability that really, you know, is gonna help you there. If you want to go tank, I guess you could go with tank on the card to maybe help with some of those power stats. But he's actually moving really fast. Like, he's moving pretty quick. I know I probably could have got more yards. I wanted to test out the truck there, but he feels like he's kind of like a worse Barry Sanders card, honestly. That's probably the best comparison for this guy. He kind of moves like Barry. And again, I couldn't get my stiff arm. Couldn't really fall forward. That's even a DB we're going against. Yeah, he's feeling okay. The speed's definitely there. And if you run outside stuff, he's going to be a demon. If you run more runs in the middle, go get a guy like Derrick Henry. Go get a guy like Michael Allstott. Go get one of those guys. Go get, I don't know, Payne Hillis is even good for that too. But I don't know, man. He feels good. And he's only I got him for like 340K today. Like, right? Like he's not going to be expensive at all, this card. So I think he's pretty solid. I think he's right in the, like, I have 4 running backs that are kind of in that. They're in S tier with the other guys, but they're kind of a tier below. And that is Chris Johnson, Dalvin Cook, or I used to call him Dalvin Cook, James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco, and I put MJD in that conversation as well. LT as well, probably in the conversation. The only problem with LT is his abilities. And his X Factor right now don't really matter. But I'd put LT in there, actually. I would say it's those 5 guys kind of on the back end of S tier that all kind of play similar, and depending on your team, or if you have a playoff team, or whatever team you have, or whatever card you like, you pick one of those guys and you should be okay no matter what choice you actually end up making. All right, our ball on the 21-yard line. Never mind, he's gonna pause the game and leave on that, and we're gonna head right to Maurice Jones-Drew final report. Okay, so for Maurice Jones-Drew's final report, we're gonna give him 19 stars. I'm gonna go 19 stars. I was actually leaning almost 18 stars on this card because of the animations. I felt like falling forward, it could be a problem for the card. I think that could definitely be a problem, and also not being able to really see his power animations. But that kind of comes back to his build, which I like his build. So, you know, yes, he has the power stats. If you need them in a certain scenario, maybe they'll show up for you, but it's not going to be as consistent as a jukebox, for example. And I think with his build, he's tough to line up. The card moves pretty fast. I was surprised at how fast the card felt in my hands, even though with the low acceleration. So 5 stars for physical with his size. At 5'7", I like the smaller back, like I said. 210, I like that too. Also 84 strength, I like that as well. For stats, very complete. Can catch passes, can break tackles, power, and elusive, and also has good, agility or whatever. For 4 stars, we're going to go with the abilities because he doesn't get a special X Factor in this game right now. Yes, he does get 1 AP evasive, but it's not as good as Freight Train or some kind of special X Factor that a lot of the cover athlete running backs do receive. So I'm going to go 4 stars for that. Finally, I already talked about the last part. So yeah, 19 stars for Maurice Jones-Drew. And honestly, I see him going for 300K right now. It's tough to beat that price. 300K, this card, if I made a best cards to buy video today, he'd be on it. He'd be on it for sure. An S tier running back for that price tag, sign me up, and probably will get a little bit cheaper as the day goes on. Maybe I could see him hitting like 280 potentially. But either way, as always, I'll see you boys in the next one. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you boys in the next one.